Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, sorry for this being another late night stream if you're in Europe. Probably, yeah, this is not going to be a long stream. I will try to go until, yeah, maybe an hour and a half, something like that, or 2 hours. Because I really want to fix my sleeping schedule. Yeah, I was planning to do this stream from like 6 7 p.m. or something, and then finally I started at like midnight. It's just hopeless. Yeah. um yeah, because there were so many other things to do in the meantime. uh okay, let me just share the stream. Okay. Okay, let me start. So, welcome to another stream. This is the 29th stream. This time I'm going to continue working on the electrical system. As I did on the last stream on, when was it? Saturday or Friday? I can't remember when I actually... No, it was actually on Friday. Yeah, I didn't stream yesterday. Last time I talked about the different concepts of electrical systems, how they connect, which is the one that I chose. So basically, yeah, and then I made a lamp. But yeah, first let me begin by showing off a little bit about like what is the game about. Oh no. What is this? Oh, okay. I thought this was spam or something, but no, this seems to be a topical thing. In one of your last streams, I think you mentioned wanting on enable, on disable type callbacks for nodes on creation deletion. That's right. I wanted to let you know that you can use parameterless constructors on nodes but not with parameters, and there's a method you can override called notification, which gives you an int, and it corresponds to certain enums, and one is right before it's being deleted called notification pre-delete. Okay. Sorry, it's long-winded. Yeah, I didn't know if it's even possible to write such a long message in the chat, in Twitch chat. I know now. Okay, yeah, I am going to look at that. But yeah, the problem is that I can't even remember when I needed this. I think I needed this. Do you remember why I needed this notification on creation deletion? Is it because I was trying to draw gizmos on the screen, right? Something like that. Anyway, yeah. So this is the game. It's a space station, and you can move around with your hands, right? And yeah, on my previous streams, I added a few cool features, like you can now connect. You now have these plugs, these things. Which right now show a debug of like where they can actually fit, but in the actual game they won't be doing that. But you can take this, you need to rotate them a bit, and then you can snap them into these positions. For example, here, or I can move them and put them in here, and yeah, so it totally works. Or this TV, for example, it has a socket on the back for, I don't know, power or line in or something like that. Not yet done. And you can also plug in there, but it's a little bit harder because it's a floating rigid body. Okay, you need to be careful. Okay, I need to rotate. There it is. So now it is connected to the cable. And if the cable comes to an end, it will actually snap it back, which is nice. Oh, and now it hits me. Cool. So here we go. That's what I have. But right now these connectors are just visual. They don't do anything. They don't actually connect anything. There's no power. There's no, this TV actually works all the time. So no matter if it's plugged in or not, it doesn't do anything. So yeah, this is why I need the connection system to, like, yeah, if I turn it around, you can see that the TV is still works fine. Everything works good. Okay, yeah, so this is what I want to do, to add, is having actual connections between things in the space station. Okay, so since last stream, You know that, and if you have seen the last stream, you may have seen that I struggled with showing lines in the editor, and for some reason today the lines started working without my gizmos thing. So if I remove the gizmos that I had, they work. They work with simply debug draw 3D draw line, and I have no idea why it works now and it didn't work yesterday. I have absolutely no idea. So I've spent like 2 hours reinventing drawing gizmos in editor for it to just start working today. Oh, and there are some errors. No, there's actually two. Expected object mesh instance 3D but found null. Assert. Okay, who is calling it? Switchable light 16. Switchable light 16. Switchable light 16. Null mesh. Aha, switchable light. I see. Switchable light says that there is a problem. Okay, well, we'll fix that. Okay, anyway. So what is today? I can say before stream. Well, before stream debug draw suddenly started working, and I don't know why. Okay, so there we go. And yeah, I can also draw these. So in my current electrics experiment, this is what I did so far since the last one. So this cyan cube is actually the power source, which is an infinite power source, and this sphere here is a light, for example, or any kind of a consumer, really. And if I run this, you will see that come on, you can do it, Godot, yes. Where is the editor? Why did the editor disappear now? Okay, so yes, if I press space, what happens is that I add a connection between these two nodes, and the network now gets, my consumer here gets electrified from the source. If I press C, I disconnect. So I can connect, disconnect, connect, disconnect. So that's the only thing I managed to do for now. And what happens is that you can see here that in my electrics output, I actually walk through all the nodes, and I look for all the sets that form these nodes. So yeah, it has found two sets. The first set is this one, and the second set is this one. And it actually detects if they're powered or not. But well, actually, it doesn't output here, but at least it shows which. So yeah, if I connect them, it all becomes only one set. So yeah, this is how contacts work. And now I want to actually use this system for my other stuff. But there is a slight problem. There's a slight problem in that Godot is actually quite complicated to work with subnodes. So yeah, how am I actually going to architect this? It's going to be a little bit weird. I was actually it takes me way more processing brain power to reason about Godot nodes than with like Unity components, for example. Because the problem is that Godot hides all the scenes when you instantiate them. So if I put what is the problem? If you have an object that needs to have a lot of different behavior, it becomes hard to like package it into a scene. if this is the right way to explain it. So for example, oh yeah, I'm gonna use paint on this scene, on this stream, because the Excalibur is just too slow for me, and it gets slower. It looks nice, but it's really slow. Yeah, and if you know any other sketching software, please do recommend, because yeah, one thing is like, this is way too bright. Well, I can actually just paint it something dark, something like yeah. How do I change the color? How do I even change the color? Oh, edit colors. It's a separate button. Okay. Unfortunately, it is like this bright view, but yeah, at least I can. No, I can't. Okay. Okay, it works now. Good. So yeah, what is the problem? So here is what I'm thinking about. Right, I have an ability right now to, I have nodes, right? And I have a light, I have a power source. And these, if these are connected, right, the light is going to be bright. I gotta go, but here's the correct link to the thing I mentioned. Okay, thanks. Thanks, I will check it out. Okay, so what if I want to create a switch, right? I want to have a switch like the classic switch, you know, a flip-flop, a stick switch that can be in 2 modes, right? I can move it into a correct position. So what I really want to do is I can, oh yeah, of course, I can remove these contacts, right? Can I quickly pick a color? I can. Yeah, if I remove this, right, it's going to be like the connection is going to be interrupted. So I can actually disconnect different. Oh my god. Wait, what? Okay, now it works. Okay, so yeah, what I actually want in this case is I want to have 2 nodes which are part of a switch, right? So what I do when I connect from one node, from my power source, I want to connect to the first contact, and then from the second contact, I can move it to my light, right, which is going to be lit. And this switch, right, I can simply, when I turn it on, right, when the switch is on, then there is a contact that I connect these 2 nodes. But the problem is that my switch is just like, what is it? Is a collider, a parent switch. Let's find it. Stick switch. It's this one. So yeah, the parent of it is like a collision shape, right? Because I can add it to any body, and it does actually work as an interactable by default on the parent. So it is very easy for me to like cast it into it and detect the interactable. But what if I want to have some kind of two nodes that I want to connect to? Well, I either need to add 2 nodes completely separate, like this, from the prefab. Well, the prefab, I call it the prefab, but it's a scene, right? And let's make this into electrical node. Okay, so that I can see it. Why doesn't it show up? Why doesn't it show up? Electrical node. Oh, it is because no connections. It doesn't work if no connections. Okay, I'm gonna do it this. Okay, let's compile. And it's not showing. I don't know why. Cool. Yes, even though if it is It is a electrical switch. Ah, there it is. Okay, now it shows. The duplicate shows. Okay, so this must be some kind of an error with. Oh, okay. Ah, that must be the reason why it didn't work. So I don't know what's happening there, but maybe ready doesn't work right away when you change code. I'm not sure. Okay. Anyway, these two white boxes are nodes, right? So if I want to connect it from something outside, right, I have, let's make another connector. Let's make another connector, and I'm going to actually just connect here with, yeah, let me add an element. And I'm going to drag and drop this. So yeah, here we have a connection. Why did my, okay, there it is. Sorry, my chat disappeared. Okay, but here's the thing. If I have something outside, oh, this is, I mixed up. I mixed up the nodes. I should have moved this one. If I want to have something outside of the scene, yeah, I either need to have this switch. I either need to have this switch be part. Okay, this is hard. This is gonna be really hard. Because of the collider as well. The collider won't work if it's not an immediate child. Great. Cool. Okay, and how do I actually notify the switch? Okay, so it means that for every switch I'm gonna need to just make it local, right? How can I actually somehow group the graphical switch, like separate this graphical switch from the actual electrical switch? Yeah, this is what I hate about Godot. It's way harder to reason about because it doesn't just have components on the same object, but everything needs to be nested, and then the nesting doesn't even work because colliders need to be immediate children. So you tend to put the colliders on the top, on the root of the scene, and then everything else, yeah. And then, but what if you want the switch to be? I want the switch to be interactable and act as a connector, right? Yeah, this is not gonna work. This is not gonna work. I'm gonna have to make it. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not even sure how to solve this. Because I need. So this is the graphical switch, the stick. And then there is the base, right? This is the graphical model. And then there is a target. This is the target we need to move. And this parent is actually the interactable, the shape. But I want to have two contacts on it. Can I actually nest into, can I actually make an electrical switch? Okay, let's see. Electrics, create new. I'm gonna, no, not a new, but no, I actually want, what if I create a variant of this? Is it going to even work? If I inherit, how do you do this? There is something like that, like extend a scene, which is like, what is the name of it? Something like inherit. I completely forgot. Stick switch. Okay, let's find it here. Stick switch. Yeah, I don't actually like this. I don't like this because I want to hide. I want to hide the switch from the scene. That would be great. Okay, there it is. It's new inherited scene. Okay, let's call this inherited scene a... Yeah, I'm gonna have 2 child nodes, and these are going to be like on and off, and these are going to be electrical node. Okay, but it won't work, right? until I copy it. I don't know why. Okay, so this is going to be enode 1, enode 2, something like this. And now when I say prefabs stick switch electrical, right? Let's do this. Now we have an electrical switch, and now when I actually use it here, let's add it as a, whoops, something has happened. This is lost a connection, I guess. Stick switch electrical. Why is it over here? It's not in props. Should be in props. Okay, stick props, there it is. Stick switch electrical, and I drag it in. Has 2 connectors, but I need to make them editable children if I want to connect them. So something like this, yeah. So let's see. I want to connect this. Yeah, let's try connecting a switch. So we're gonna have a switch in between these two networks, and instead of using C and space, I'm going to interact with this, and yeah, unfortunately I can't click on this. This is another problem of Godot, because gizmos don't they don't exist. So I just have to find it, I guess. I just have to go through the whole scene. Oh, and it doesn't even go. No, I have to click. Okay. I have to click through the whole thing. Okay. So this, I'm going to add a new element. And for this element, I'm going to add the... Oh, and I can't even drag. Why can't I drag prefab things? Can I just shift or something? No. Can I control? No. Enode 2. I don't know. It would be great to be able to drag things. Yeah, this doesn't work. So how do I make sure? Why is this not draggable? I completely don't understand. I really am struggling with Godot here. So I have to just find it, but the thing is that what if I have 1,000 switches, right? I'm not gonna know at all which one is the which. And I can't even click and select. I can't even click and select. Yeah, so I'm just gonna have to blindly. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Yeah, I guess I am going to just have to blindly. So I don't understand why non-scene things you can just drag and drop. Scene things, it doesn't work. You can't drag them. you can't drag scene things. Okay, anyway, so what is happening here? If I interact with a switch, yeah, maybe I'm just gonna add that into the switch itself. Yeah, let's me go with the electrical connector. Electrical node, E node 1, E node 2. And I'm just gonna be like, okay, off rotation. Okay, I'm gonna E node 1 is get node, electrical node. Well, I'm not gonna get node. I'm gonna get node or null. Null. Nil. No. I suck at typing. Electrical node. This is gonna be E node 1, right? Is that the way I wrote it? And there's gonna be E node 2. Okay. So, yeah, then I'm gonna connect these when the toggle is when it's on. So when I say like set state, I'm gonna be like if E node 1 is not null and E node 2 is not null, then I'm going to E node 1 connect to E node 2, right? So hopefully that will do it. That will actually do the interaction. Okay, so let's connect the E node 1 to the other one. Oh, right, I also need to make sure that they're both connected on both sides. So, can I type in somehow? No, I can't. Okay, yeah. Anyway, E node 1 is going to be colon power state changed. Array. Yeah, this one is going to be connected to, what is it? Island 2. And then this one is going to be connected with, what is the name of this one? What's the name of this? Oh, it's called E1. Okay, this one is going to be connected to E1. Whoops, no, not that. Here, add element E1. And E1 is going to be connected to E node 1. Of course, I can't do this. E1 is going to be connected to E node 1. Yeah, okay, seems to be good. Seems to be working. All right, so hopefully this now works. This switch works here. It will connect the two. But I need to add an interaction. So on my camera, I'm going to add a script that I have for, it's called test interaction. And this will actually turn the camera into like a raycast that I can click onto things from when I right click or scroll or whatever. So I use this for. Okay, so let's see if it works. Let's see if a switch works. Okay, it should be there. Okay. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. It doesn't detect anything. Test interaction. Is that... Okay, let's see. Test interaction, right? It should work. No? Oh, yeah, the problem is, I know what it is the problem. The problem is that it's not added to a static body. Yeah, my stick switch doesn't work. Okay, I'm gonna just make a new static body 3D. Let's put it outside, and I'm gonna kill the transform, everything, and I'm gonna put a stick switch in it. There it is. Okay, so does it work? It doesn't detect. There's something wrong with the, there it is, stick switch, yes. So when I click, nothing happens. Why does nothing happen? Okay, there's a lot of errors. What does it have? Say, null reference events. Because I'm missing events. Node, do I have an events prefab? No. Yeah, let me actually create a node. Put events onto it. Let's name it events. Click to events. Okay, and I'm gonna actually save this as a scene. Let's save this as prefabs. Yeah, I'm just gonna save it like this for now. All right, so there we go. Hopefully this will make it work. My God, the startup times are killing me, absolutely. Takes all the fun away. Okay, so there's a switch. Does it work? No. There are no errors, and it doesn't work. Okay, I need to check if this is even working. So why is the camera so far away? My first question. It seems like the camera is incorrect. Has an incorrect frustum. Okay, let me actually put the switch closer so that they can see it. Yeah, the annoying thing now with the switch is that when I click on it, it will select the stick and not the parent. Oh wait, it does work. No, it doesn't work. Wait, now it works for some reason. Not always. Okay, well, only if you click on the... What the hell? Why does it sometimes work and sometimes not? Yeah, it is annoying. Anyway. Yeah. Damn. Every day I'm getting more and more frustrated with Godot. Okay, so the switch works, obviously, because I can see it moving. But it doesn't connect things. So there's something wrong here. There must be something wrong here. Okay, let's check. Let's assert if this even exists, right? It's actually quite possible that these things It's not found. Ah, no, it is. It should be. It should be the child of it. Electrical node. Yeah. Yeah. There it is. What does it say? Found null. Yeah. Why? Why is there null? I don't know. Enode 1. It's called enode 1. It's called enode 2. There it is. Stick switch. That's the one that I'm calling. It's called a switch. And its children, enode 1 and enode 2. Okay, and their electrical node. Right? Their electrical node. So what the fuck? Okay, let's turn this into get node so that it fires a problem. It must be like not found or something. What does it say? It's for both. Node not found. Enode relative to stick switch. Wait a minute. Relative to stick switch. Oh yeah, okay, it is relative to stick switch. How does it not? Okay, there it is. It's obviously there. Enode. Okay, maybe because it needs to get a node. Okay, let's try this. Will this work? As electrical node. Something like this. But that should be the same thing, right? I don't know. Hello, Pixus. Why are you up so late? Usually you're the one who goes to sleep early. Yeah, debugging, I'm just debugging Godot, which is the worst experience ever. So what does it say? It says node not found, enode 2 relative to stick switch. Okay, how is this possible, right? There it is. It's called enode 1. This one is called enode 2. And it's relative to stick switch. There's no other stick switch, right? There's no other stick switch. Oh, there is. Oh, it's this one. It's this one. Okay, let me actually kill the light. Oh, shit. I fucked up. No. Okay, I'm going to disconnect this. Fuck. Okay, let's make local. Make local. And then I'm gonna kill the switch. Yeah, I knew it. You know, this another big problem with Godot is that you have no idea who is calling the problem, right? You have absolutely no idea. You can't, like in Unity, you can't click on a error and then it highlights, because right now probably some other switch was sending me a problem, and now, you know. Okay, where is this is the E light. Okay, I'm going to move it away. I'm going to kill the fixture. There we go. Okay. I'm making a trailer for my game. Oh. What are you coding today? The electrical system. So, any bugs now? No. Okay, so yeah, it was actually a wrong. It was a wrong object that was sending me. Fuck this shit. I can't even get which object sent a message. Okay, so why does this not work then? If it did actually, if it should work. Connect to. If inode is not null and inode is not 2, then I should connect. Let's throw an exception here. Trying to connect to self. For each connections, if connection already exists. Let's say connection already connected. Okay, and then I'm resizing. Does the array even exist? Connections, new electrical node. Zero length array, use array empty instead. Oh, I didn't know about this. Array empty. Does it change anything? But actually, if I make this null, I don't know. Maybe it is because it is not connected, but it is connected. Is it possible that I don't see it? Wait, let me make it a little bit further apart so that I can see the connections. This is minus 0.5. Let's put this to 0.5. Yeah, something like that. Well, yeah, the connection never happens, right? Let me gd print connected. Connected name and node name. Right? Oh, there it is. It is actually connected. What? Okay, there is some kind of a problem when it's trying to disconnect. Already connected. Already connected. Ah, yeah, because I am actually not disconnecting. So if... Oh, yeah. If B is true, well, if B, connect to, else enode 1 disconnect from enode 2. But why doesn't my green light light up? This is what I don't understand. The problem is that I need to, when I'm connecting, I need to rerun. Ah, yeah. I need to rerun the island configuration. Yeah, this is why. So I need to say, at the end of this, I need to call network, what is it? Electrics manager. Electrics manager. Instance update. Update configuration warnings. No. What's the name of it? Rebuild. Yeah, I have to rebuild. But this rebuilds the whole network. Do I really want to rebuild the whole network? That's the question. Yeah, I should actually only rebuild this. Yeah, but it's an optimization. Let's optimize some other time. Right now, I'm just gonna call it like this. And yeah, where's my actual test? The connection test. How do I connect? How do I do a test? Test connections. There it is. Test connections. So in test connections, what do I do? Test connections. Okay. Test connections. Rebuild and log. Ah, rebuild and log. This is what I do. Okay, yeah, I relog everything. Yeah, well now, I'm not gonna log anymore. So let's see. Let's see if it rebuilds the whole thing. Okay, click. There it is. It has become green. You know what would be actually useful? It would be useful to... So yeah, cool, it works. The switch works. It would be incredibly useful to have the wires to be colored if, you know, they have power or not. So let's do that. Electrical node. So processing, it says draw line. Yeah, let's do a color. Oh yeah, it is powered, right? So yeah, color. Colors, green. We're gonna use green for powered. So let's see, powered, green, else unpowered, let's do yellow. And for some reason I can't display alpha colors, like transparent colors. I'm not sure exactly why. Okay, and let's just do this. And what is this? Draw line. Oh yeah, this is the gizmo. So let's remove that. Okay, so in this case, yeah, in the scene, there actually won't be any difference because everything is unpowered. But there it is. Now we can see that this is powered. This network is powered. This is unpowered. And there it is. Now everything gets powered once I turn on the switch. It is hard to see the switch, by the way, but trust me, there is a switch. Cool. Okay, so it works. I can have an electrical network and it detects all the islands, it connects them. Okay, so now we're gonna have to have some kind of consumers and like creators and consumers, right? Let me actually fork this. Fork this. Switches. Working switches. With electrical nodes. Okay. I'm thinking if I should actually add this to the normal switch. No, let's keep it as a separate thing. Okay. So yeah, the problem right now is that I'm gonna have to always unpack. Yeah, when I click on a switch, this is annoying, but I don't know why in Godot you select the, hey dude, looks like a cool setup. Thank you, I guess. I don't know why Godot doesn't select the root of the pref, even if it's set as local. That would be very useful to have. Okay, anyway, so we have switches, right? We have these. Okay, let's do consumers. But yeah, I said node-to-node connections works. Add a check to see if two nodes are mutually connected. Yes, let me actually do this because I need to make sure that on the beginning of the scene, I'm gonna throw an exception if the connections are not mutually connected. So everything needs to have. Yeah, let's actually add that into the electrical node itself. I'm gonna have a validate connection or something. Public void validate connection. Yeah. So basically what I need to do is for each connection, for each node in connections, I'm gonna check if the node connections contains. Oh, this is like determines whether a sequence. Oh yeah, another link function. I do have this thing, right? So for node connections, no, let's use link. You know, I'm just quitting here. Node connections contains this, right? If not contains this, I'm gonna throw new exception. I suck at typing. Throw new exception. Node not mutual, something like that. Connections not mutual from. Yeah, let's do something like node name does not reference name, right? Something like that. Let's do this. Something like that. Okay. So yeah, let's see if I have any oh yeah, of course, I'm not calling this anywhere. So I'm gonna go to electrics menu, and I'm gonna do like, yeah, let's make a function for this. Validate all connections. And I'm gonna be like, okay, when I rebuild, right, I'm gonna do like for each node in nodes, node validate connection. Let's call this validate connections. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Oh, did I actually call this from here? Nope. Validates all connections. Okay, there it is. Okay, I had to rerun it. There is some kind of an MS build problem. Okay, any bugs? Any bugs? No bugs. Good. Okay, so that means that the validation is correct. Let's just test intentionally. Let's disconnect something from something. Like, okay, I'm gonna do. Let's just create a copy. Oh yeah, and look at this. It completely like fucks up everything. Yeah, great. Yeah, well, copying objects in Godot. Welcome to that. Welcome to copying objects in Godot. Okay, so instead of this, I'm gonna reference this one, right? And this one should reference this one. But how is this even possible? Oh, I see. I am actually connecting everything. So yeah, this one connects to this, but this one doesn't connect to that. Maybe I should validate them on the fly so that I can see. I don't know. But yeah, let's try. Let's see if this is gonna fail. And there is a bug. And what does the error say? Hey, electrics validation failed. Connection is not mutual. Island 2.4 does not reference island 2.3. There it is. Okay, so now it works. Now it works. But the thing is that I can actually detect this while I am processing, like while I'm showing the nodes. Yeah, let's say that I've done this. Check to see if they're mutually connected. Yeah, I could actually check here. Oh, maybe that's going to be too taxing on Godot. I'm not sure exactly. If connections. Yeah, validates. Maybe this should not have. Yeah, for each node in connections. Yeah, if it contains this. If it doesn't contain, yeah, if it contains this, draw this. Actually, if it doesn't contain, I'm just gonna change the color. Color's green. Color's red. Let's paint it red. Okay. So yeah, if the connection is not mutual, I'm just gonna draw a red line. Let's see if this works. if this works. Oh, yeah, I shouldn't have run. I should have just compiled the code. And there it is. It actually why does Godot always freeze when it's like okay, there it is. It's now red. Cool. Okay, so yeah, we need to make sure that the connections are mutual. There it is. They are mutual now. Okay, hopefully that's not doing this every frame is not too taxing on the performance. Haha, hopefully, I don't know. Once I have like 1,000 connections at the end, that's gonna be total chaos. Okay, so we have a switch. That's cool. Yeah, done. So add electrics to a switch. Done. So I've done everything to today. I can go to sleep. Well, actually, you know what? I am going to go to sleep, but before I want to implement how do you say, producing and consuming power. Okay, so each of the electrical connectors is actually going to be each electrical node is actually going to have a certain charge, right? How am I actually going to implement this? I have no idea. So it's not about just being turned on or off. It's also going to be about, you know, if an electrical node is a battery, for example, right? So yeah, let's say that something is producing a charge. You have a thing, right? You have like a battery that produces some charge. And I don't know, it has like 100 watts capacity. And so what does that mean? That means that it has a potential to generate electricity for something that consumes it. And you have some kind of a consumer on the other end. That is here in my light. That maybe uses like 10 charge per frame or something like that. So what it means is it's gonna take off the charge from the battery, right? Is that simple? So I guess this is the delta consume and this is the capacity. So I guess I'm gonna have two different parameters. One is going to be capacity, and this is like how much it consumes. This one has capacity of 100 and consumes 0. This one has capacity of 0 but consumes 10. So if it can't consume, right, it won't work, I guess. So let's try to add something like that. So I'm gonna have a float that is like consumption, right? Or, well, the thing is that there could be something that generates power as well. There could be a solar panel, right, somewhere in space that actually has no capacity but adds power. So I could have like a yeah, I wonder if I should actually take every frame. How should a battery actually work? It should charge up. Yeah, it is actually a bit confusing. Yeah, what if I have multiple batteries, right? I need to calculate for the entire network. I have to calculate what is the delta charge. and then the battery is going to be filled. Yeah, basically that's going to be that. So the consumption is basically not the consumption, but yeah, I don't know, should I say load or something like that? How should I call it? It's not consumption because it should be negative. I don't know. Consumption, but it's not consumption, it's generation, generation or consumption. It's like difference, power difference or something like that. Maybe I'm just going to call it load. So if it's a positive load, draw. Yeah, maybe draw. If it's draw, then it's like, yeah, but the thing is that, or maybe it should be called consumption, but then I should use positive values for like depletion, right? For depleting, and then minus is for generating. But yeah, draw and consumption is like the same thing. But I don't like the word draw because draw also means draw things on screen. Let's just call it consumption. And then I'm going to use plus for consuming, minus for generating. But yeah, what is the if I call this generation, then it doesn't make sense for consuming, right? Maybe I'm just gonna call it load. Yeah, finding a negative word for this is funky. Yeah, let's just call it load, and I'm gonna use plus for consuming. So the higher the load, the more it uses power. No, but even load is a terrible word because load can mean like loading a save file. Okay, let's go with consumption. And then I'm gonna have some kind of a charge. This is for batteries, right? And yeah, so everything is gonna, yeah, so here's the problem. In Godot, there's no, I can't put multiple things in a list, multiple classes that inherit from the same thing. And I don't know why. I discovered this on my last stream. It's one of the problems of Godot. So I'm just gonna make the class that does everything, right? So this is also going to act as a battery. Otherwise, I would create a new class for the battery as well. But let's do something like this instead. And charge is gonna be 0. And yeah, capacity, let's call it capacity, is gonna be 0. And yeah, consumption by default is gonna be 0 because consumption is, oh yeah, and I actually need to, I am going to disable power source, electrics consumption. Yeah, let me actually remove all of this and then submit it for this. Yeah, I added some added validation. Added electrics validation. Added connections validation. Electrics. Okay, and I'm gonna revert. And basically I can now delete the power source because it does nothing. As always, naming things is the hardest part of software development. Yeah, exactly. Okay. So, yeah, now we have this if power source, right? I'm not gonna do if power source, but instead if consumption is negative, right? Well, you know what? I can actually keep it as like a bool for simplicity, right? I can say power source, something like that. And I can say consumption is more than 0. No, it's less than 0. If it's a power source, right? So I turn it into a property. Yeah, let's actually remove this powered up. This is gonna be that. Okay. What is this update? Oh, that's a virtual. Right. But I am actually not going to have any electrical node extensions after all. Inheritance. Okay, so this is going to be a power source, right? And yeah, I need to be able to somehow represent these things. So I am going to... how should I... maybe as lines. Maybe I can do it as lines, like negative. Okay. Power source. Yeah. So maybe I can draw a yellow line for a consumer, something like that. If consumption is less than more than 0, I'm gonna just color this yellow to just see that something is a consumer. And then for the batteries, what I can do is I can do like if capacity is more than 0, right, then I can just draw a little line going up. Global position, I'm gonna say vector 3 up by charge, and that's gonna be let's see, that's gonna be colors blue. Is there some other blue? Alice blue, whatever is Alice blue. Cornflower blue. Yeah, maybe cornflower. Duration nothing. But I'm going to also put one at the top. So, oh, this is actually a draw line, not a draw ray. Does it have a draw ray? Direction, length. Okay, you can do a draw ray. So up, and this is going to be charge and the color. Okay, so draw ray, global position plus vector 3 up, and this is going to be global. Yeah, this is going to, let's put the right, and I'm going to put like 0, 1 or something, and then we're going to have let's do the Alice blue. Okay, something like this. What does it say? What's the problem? Oh yeah, this is not the length. This is the direction. This is just the direction. Okay, so this is like the top. This is like the indicator. You will see it now. You will see it when I bake. Okay, so now everything is gonna change because I'm gonna compile the scripts. Failed to build project. Great. Why? Okay, it says power source is incorrect. Which electrics manager? Okay, electrics manager is firing. If power source, yeah, I can do this. Power is true. Ah, okay. I am setting it powered. Yeah, the problem is that I need to change the power sources now. I need to calculate this every frame, basically. Power sources. Oh my god, I'm creating a new list every time. Yeah, I need to calculate the total charge here and then set it to the nodes. Okay, let's rebuild. Okay, it has rebuilt, and of course it doesn't exist anymore as a consumer. So I have to make it. Let's see, where is my old power source? There it is. This is the power source. So let's make it a consumption. Yeah, there it is. If I put, let's put it to -1. If I put it to -1, it becomes a power source. And this is the this is my lamp, right? Fake light. That's the name of it. This one is gonna have consumption of 1, and it should have turned yellow. Yes, it did. Okay, good. Let's try to add a battery as well. How would a battery look like? Okay, let's put it as a separate thing here. This is gonna be a battery, and yeah, let me actually remove everything. And if I put if I put capacity, does it show me the line? It doesn't. Maybe it's there, but I don't see it. Is it there? Doesn't seem like it's there. Maybe because it's not connected to anything. Yeah. I should do that before everything. Okay, there. And does it exist? I don't see it again. Okay, the charge works. So the charge line goes up for sure. Battery. There it is. Well, it's hard to see because of the gizmo now. Can I? Okay, if I put it to rotation mode, then it doesn't show. Okay. So yes, you can see the charge now, but the capacity doesn't show for some reason. Where do I see it somewhere? Capacity. Capacity is 0. Then it doesn't show, doesn't draw. Okay, yes. So if I put it to 1, it's gonna be, whoa! I didn't realize that this is so small. Capacity. Wait, why is it? I put the position to up, and I totally forgot to make it a capacity. Yes. There it is. Okay, build. So now it shows capacity. There it is. Okay, so now I can set the capacity. So let's put it to like 0.3 or something like that so that I can see it. 0.3, and of course the charge is going to be 0.3, so it's going to be maximum. So this is kind of like our battery, right? And this is the meter for the battery. Let's put the capacity to yeah, let's offset it by vector right 005 so that it's centered. So it's centered. It will look slightly better. There it is. Okay, so yeah, the meter is now at the bottom, at the middle. Okay, cool. So now if I connect the battery, it should deplete the whole thing, right? But I need to actually calculate the entire thing depleting and consuming. Depleting and consuming, well, it's the same thing. Consuming and generating power, right? And I am actually going to do it in the manager. So, okay. Let's call this the new, let's see. Oh yeah, by the way, let's see if the consumer will still work. If everything is gonna work again in the game. What is this? Electrics manager, power source. Yeah. Adding capacity, adding charge to electrics. Okay, there it is. It's still green because it has a single, and there it is. Everything works. Everything works. I can switch. I can turn on things. There's three islands, and there's there's the battery over there. Okay, so I could put a switch between a battery. What is this? What's going on? I could put a switch between the battery and here so that they can turn it on. Let's put it like here. Something like that. And then let me just connect this. I'm gonna kill this. I'm gonna kill instead. Kill. Okay. What is the name of this one? What's the name of this one? It's Island 2-1. Okay, so this is gonna be Island 2-1. Well, I can't add it like this. Island 2-1. And this is gonna be the battery, right? So I have that, and I have connection to the battery. No, not there, but here. Add element to the battery. Okay, but of course I do want to have the battery. I need to mutualize these, right? I need to do the stick switch node 1, right? Stick switch, yeah, node, stick switch 2 node 1. Oh, again, I am putting a wrong thing. Node 1 to stick switch. There it is. It is correct. And I also have the last one. Yeah, there it is. This one has a stick switch. This should connect. Oh, there should be another one. Node 2 of stick switch 2. Okay, there it is. So they are mutualized now. So what is this? What the fuck? Rotating. I'm rotating. I don't need to rotate. Okay. Okay, so cool. So when I click on this switch, it is going to turn on the battery. I can barely see the switch, unfortunately, but it's okay. For the testing, it's going to be fine. All right. Maybe I can test. Maybe I don't have to. Not for now. Okay, let's not have it for now. Let's not test for now. Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add consumption here. So I basically need to calculate how much the whole system consumes. And so for each set in set list, I already have that. For each set, instead of finding power sources, right, which are, it's completely, it doesn't make any sense. I am going to say total consumption. That's going to be 0. And basically, I calculate total consumption plus equals node consumption. There we go. And basically, depending on this, I'm going to change the power, right? It's going to be powered or not. So, yeah, total consumption. And basically, now I go through the whole thing, node and set, and I'm going to be like, if, yeah, well, no, it's going to be total consumption is less than 0, right? As long as it's less than 0, it's going to be powered. Right? That's basically it. And the thing is that, so the charge, the load, right? It is going to change. Yeah. Basically, this should work. Because we have how much the consumption. This is actually going to be negative consumption, right? It's generating. But there should be also the effect of batteries. So batteries, basically any excess consumption is going to use the batteries, right? It's going to fill up the batteries. So I need to also check. Okay, let's first see if this works. So I've okay. Let's run it and let's see if it works. But yeah, batteries should work like for any excess minus, or, well, actually they should deplete as well, right? So, oh yeah, I need to find out how many batteries there are. That's another thing. Consumers. Yeah, I need to find some kind of a number of batteries, right? Because I need to divide along these. So this is going to be like for each total consumption, but then I say if node capacity is more than 0, then I'm going to have number of batteries. Yeah, but I also need to detect if they can be charged, right? It is a multivariant problem. So, okay, suddenly it doesn't work because it doesn't, does it create enough? Interesting. Okay, so I connected my source. I'm just testing if this works, and it doesn't. I have my source, right? And I'm connecting it to the I have a consumer here. And for some reason it turns off, probably because this is not enough. It doesn't produce enough power, right? Let's see what are my oh yeah, I am +1 and this is -1, right? You know what's the problem? The problem is that I'm putting like powered is total consumption less than 1. Let's say less than equals 1. So now if it matches exactly, it's going to be yeah, let's do number of batteries plus for now. Now it should work again, right? Because the my source is producing 1 unit of energy, and my lamp is using 1 unit of energy. So it should perfectly work, right? There it is. There it is. It does work. So yeah, now it has like 0 offset, right? There's 0 delta. And it should perfectly work. But as soon as my source produces less power, then it's not going to be enough. All right. So what about the batteries? I need to calculate how many batteries there is so that I can see how should I divide batteries, right? I say, okay, number of batteries plus, and I'm gonna say, let's call this. Let's add this simple generation and consumption to powered working. Okay. Yeah, basically, I'm gonna have to calculate battery charge delta is gonna be number of batteries plus, number of batteries divided by some kind of a, oh yeah, well, it's gonna be number of, wait, yeah, let's do delta time. So delta, yeah, let me turn this to delta time. Float dt is float, Jesus, delta, okay, number of batteries by dt, but it's actually going to be divided number of batteries. Okay, so basically for oh yeah, by the way, this is going to be 0. This is going to be infinite, right? If there's 0 batteries. So we shouldn't actually do if there are no batteries, we shouldn't do it. So let's do number of batteries is 0. Do 0 else divide. Okay, and then the number of batteries. Yeah, but I actually do need to check if this is like full or not as well. Total consumption, but that actually depends on the total consumption. Yeah, it is an interesting problem. Okay, so for each node in set, node powered is less than total consumption. That makes sense. What doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense is that, yeah, I should now be like depleting or charging the battery if there is excess power, basically. So if there is, yeah, this is not the delta time. This is actually going to be total consumption, right? Total consumption by delta time divided by number of batteries. And so I need to check here if node capacity is more than 0, and node charge is less than node capacity. Well, this is the wrong way how to do it, but yeah, I am going to do it anyway. This way, node charge, right? I'm going to add the charge plus equals battery charge delta. But the thing is that the consumption changes depending on the batteries. It is kind of weird. But yeah, poweredness actually depends on the batteries as well. I can use the previous frame calculation for that. Maybe I can do like total battery charge. Yeah. Right. There's one more problem that I didn't think about because batteries actually should create some charge, not be zero, but their charge should depend. Yeah, there's actually like speed of adding power, basically, or depleting power from the battery. Huh. Yeah. I didn't think about that. But yeah, this actually changes the state of the battery. Hmm. Yeah, let's actually try this. Try this first. That node charge. Battery charge delta, but of course it should be clamped to it should be clamped between 0 node charge between 0 and maximum, which is node capacity. And then it updates, although I'm not doing anything. Yeah, let's turn the okay, let's first test the batteries. So let's see if this is gonna charge or not, or deplete. Yeah, it would be actually great to have a switch between the power source as well, so that I can test the power. Yeah, let's do that. Let's add another switch. Oh my god, adding switches is fucking painful. Okay, because you have to detach and attach all the time. Okay, this I'm gonna put it here. So this is gonna be between the source. Do I have any other? No. Okay. So yeah, power source should now connect to this. So let's trash this. Instead, well, actually, let's not trash this. Yeah, I'm gonna connect it to, oh, fuck. Power source should connect to enode 1. Is it enode 1? No, it is actually enode 2. Enode 2, right? Now you can't see from all these lines. Okay, let's kill all these things. Connections. This is gonna be... Why? Okay, can I clean it up? Yes, I can. Okay. This, I'm gonna clean this one up. Good, okay. And I'm also going to clean the... what is the one that I need? Island power source. There it was. Island 22. It's Island 22. Okay. Island 22 should connect to not power source. It should connect to node 1. Yes. Okay. And node 1 should connect to 2. There it is. Good. Mutualized. Okay, this one should connect to the power source. There it is. Cool. Okay, so now the switch, I need to explicitly turn on the switch as well. Okay, so let's see if the power source is going to charge my battery when I run this. Maybe I can change the position of this a bit. It really sucks that you can't just take all of these and... Okay, let's move it somewhere here. Yeah, slightly closer. so that I can see battery a little bit better. A little bit battery. Okay, there we go. And where's my battery? There it is. Let's put it here. Okay, cool. It is a little bit closer now. Okay, let's try it. This camera doesn't seem to be preview. Okay, let me change the rotation a bit. Maybe I can zoom in as well. Let's zoom in. Where is it? FOV. There it is. Okay, here we go. This FOV representation is completely wrong. Like if you go into the preview, it's way wider than it shows. Yeah, I think this is wrong. The geometry, the gizmo is completely wrong. Okay, anyway, let's try it. So yeah, thing that I didn't think about is that I do need to add the consumption of the battery into the, basically I need to make sure that if there are power sources, they shouldn't charge the battery, right? Or no, they should charge the battery. It should all be combined with the consumers. Yeah. Okay. Oh, why is there green? Okay, well it's green because of battery. But why is this green? Okay, there's a bug. There's some kind of a bug. Ah. You know why? Because there's nothing. There's no charge here. There's no difference. Okay. So I think that I actually have a problem where if there are no consumers, yeah. So look at this. This is just cables, right? And the thing is that there's no consumers and there's no generators. But the thing is that I take the whole thing and I say, well, if the consumption is exactly zero, if the total consumption is exactly zero, that means it's powered, right? Because that means that you're producing the exact amount that you're using. But actually, if the whole thing is zero, then there's no consumption at all. Yeah, I should actually detect the total consumption. Yeah. Total. Yeah, actually I should calculate them separately, I think. The generation and consumption. Instead. So that I can be like, okay, if there is no generation at all, then nothing should be then it shouldn't be powered, right? Generation. And then if node consumption is less than zero, then generation plus equals, well, I'm going to do minus equals node consumption. So that's going to give me a total generation. And then basically what it means is that it's powered if total consumption is less than zero and there is at least a generator somewhere. Generation is more than zero, right? What happens when there isn't enough power for everything? It just turns off. There's no, yeah, this is it. This is the total consumption, right? I calculate, okay, how many consumers, how many producers there is. So if there's more consumers than producers, or well, it's the total, then it's just gonna be powered down. No power then, you know, right? Is that how it works in real life? Of course. Yeah, but does everything shut down, or does it one thing shut down? Yeah, that is actually a good question. I didn't think about it. I mean, the simplest way is to just shut down everything. Yeah, you know, that is actually a really interesting question. Uh, okay, so there it is. Now when I connect this and then connect this, there it is. My network totally works. But what happens to the power? Right? Okay, so what if I connect the battery? Boom, there's nothing. Because the battery is not a producer, even if it has a charge. Yeah. So I need to add the battery as a producer as well. So how do I do that? Right? Well, I do actually need to do another loop, right, of detecting. Battery charge delta. Yeah, I already have this battery charge delta. So I say, yeah, I can actually add this into the generation. So I can say, yeah, I can add this into total consumption. Yeah. So if I say if battery charge delta is more than 0, total consumption. No, it is actually less than 0, right? Yeah, this is everything. Everything is complicated because the consumption is battery charge. Okay, let's actually turn this into. Let's not do total consumption. Let's do let's call this load. Okay, so yeah, if notice consumption is less than 0, else if it is more, then I'm gonna do load plus equals node consumption, right? Something like that. And this number of batteries, yeah, it should also depend if I'm charging or not. I don't know that I know how any other game does it, other than experimenting like 100 games with switches in them. Yeah, I don't know actually either how most games do this. Uh, if there is any game that does this in a nice way, well, I mean, there's actually a lot, like Factorio. Factorio does turn off stuff, right? It does if it doesn't have enough charge, but it's doesn't turn off everything. It turns off some parts. And what's exactly the logic for that? I don't know. So yeah, I am producing and I'm loading. So now I can calculate the total as load minus generation, or generation minus load. But I need to include batteries into this. That's the thing. Yeah. Well, it is actually going to be affected by the total. Okay, let's rethink. Let's rethink this whole thing. So basically, let me redraw everything. I have a battery. No, let's go with just generators, right? I have a solar panel. The solar panel is producing some kind of charge, right? It's creating power. And I have my light bulb that uses power, right? So if it uses -1, then there is, the power flows. So what happens if I have the same thing, but I add another light bulb? I add the light bulb here, right? And it's also using -1. So now it doesn't have enough, the whole system doesn't have enough power, right? It doesn't have enough power because +1 -2 is -1. So not enough power means -1. Right. So yeah, that is why I'm calculating this. But now everything gets complicated when you start adding batteries, because batteries can work both ways, right? Electricity is funny. When there's too much resistance, stuff slows down or stops. Yeah. So yeah, if you have a system where you have a light and you have a battery on one side, okay? This is a battery. And this battery has 100 charge or something like that. And this light uses -1, right? It has a load of, it uses -1 power. And other stuff should stop working, right? So if you want it to be realistic, the light bulb should dim or flicker. Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, that would be great. But I'm thinking about how to implement that. But let's first deal with batteries, okay? So what's happening here, if there is only one battery connected to the light, right? We have a what this battery is going to do, it's going to deplete. Oh, it depletes energy depending on the consumers. So that's basically it, right? So I basically just calculate all the consumption, and I'm gonna say, okay, total consumption is -1. So this is gonna do -1 every frame. Let's say that the delta time is 1, right? And then when it reaches 0 charge, when it becomes 0 charge, then there's not enough thing that it can draw. It cannot draw enough charge to light the power. So now it becomes, yeah, it turns off, right? But yeah, so there's actually like a potential. Basically, I need to calculate the total consumption of the lights, or the, well, whoever uses it, and then see can batteries, total number of batteries that can, yeah. And the thing is that, of course, when you start adding batteries, right? If I have a battery here and I have a battery here, and I put them together, and they light a bulb, right? That is -1. And these have like the charge of 100, and this one has 100. So how much should they actually deplete is half of the consumption, right? So this is gonna deplete 0.5, and this is gonna deplete 0.5 as well. So yeah, over time. So the more batteries you have, the less charge they should take. But it depends. So what if this battery had 0 power, right? If this energy should have 0, then this should be -1, right? So it actually depends on how much power can the battery draw. Oof. So it becomes complicated, right? It becomes like I need to check. Basically, I need to evenly divide between batteries. And then for each battery, I need to also check how much they can, yeah. So basically, I have total consumption, right? Total load, as they call it. Yeah, let's call it consumption because, okay, I have total consumption. And the consumption basically the battery, yeah, I need to see how much batteries available power, basically available battery power, right? Something like that. Available battery charge, right? And then I need to go through for each node and see if it's a battery. If node charge is more than 0. And then I need to calculate basically, how do I actually do this? Battery charge delta, right? Yeah, how do I even do this for each battery? Because the problem is that if one battery has like super small charge, like 0.01, it should still deplete. It should be still included into this. So I need to calculate some sort of a ratio between all the batteries. That sounds like a multiple equation problem. Right? If a lamp is depleting -1, and I have 2 batteries which have let's say that one battery has like 0.5 charge and the other one has 2. So what happens is that I divide. This actually sounds like gotta take the dog out, I'll be back. Yeah, this is kind of like a problem of like differentials in a car, where you're like, okay, if you add torque to the differential, right, how much power should it actually should go out, depending on the velocity as well. So yeah, it's actually a very similar problem. So yeah, I need to have some kind of an available ratio. Yeah, this actually becomes really complicated if you have a lot of batteries. I didn't think about that. If you have a lot of batteries, hmm. Total charge. Maybe for the beginning. Maybe for the beginning I can just clamp to the charge itself. Um, Battery charge. Should I just assume that if no charge is more than 0? Yeah, I am going to divide consumption. Let's do it like this. Battery charge delta. Let's do it with consumption. No, but it should actually be a total. And then I should change. Okay, wait. Generation, no consumption. Yeah, here I'm actually just calculating the total, right? But yeah, the problem is that the batteries are actually included in the generation. They're not included in the consumption because yeah. Oh, total. Yeah, maybe let's just calculate the available charge. Before everything. Yeah, and then simply I'm going to take the consumption. Wait, I do know a game that simulates electric power, SS13. SS13? Can I ask the server what the numbers are like? Space Station's 13? What's SS13? But yeah, I mean, there's loads of loads of games that do it. I'm just trying to do a simplified version of something. Okay, available. No number of batteries. Available battery charge. charge generation minus consumption. Okay, so I am actually going to deplete. So battery charge delta. Well, if I change the battery, right? Well, this is actually what I'm already doing here. Yeah, let's just do consumption for now. Maybe I can just do battery delta like this. Let's just call it battery delta. But this means that if node capacity is more than 0 and node charge is more than 0, right? Because if the battery is depleted, it's not gonna add any more, or should it? Maybe I'm just gonna do it like this. Number of batteries plus available battery charge. Battery delta. Now I'm starting to get sleepy, and when I'm starting to get sleepy, my brain starts working at a lower charge. No charge is more than 0. What am I doing here? Okay, let's deplete the battery. So I'm just gonna say plus minus equals battery delta. But here's the thing, I am going to need to change the generation by the delta that I have here, right? So I need to check if it's available, if the charge is available. Available battery charge. Yeah, so basically if available battery charge is more than consumption, right? That means there's enough battery power. There's enough battery power. Batteries are enough. I don't know. Some stupid bull. Batteries are enough, right? If it is more than consumption. Batteries are enough, which means that then I can say if node power and well, this should be like or batteries are enough, right? Or batteries are enough. Or should it be actually added into the consumption? That's the thing. This should be total. Yeah, let's try this. Let's try if this actually works. And then I might try going. Yeah, once this works, hopefully. I'm gonna go sleep. Gonna go to sleep. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, did it work? Oh, because the battery got depleted. Famous last words. Yeah, of course. Famous last words. For some reason, the the battery is instantly depleted at the beginning. What the hell is going on? Okay, let me actually clamp this as I did before, but I just removed it. Something like this. And yeah, let's see. Why does this happen right away? Delta, because there's 1 second. Yeah, let's make it a lot slower. 0.005 or something like this. So 20 times slower. Hopefully that's enough. So what this means is that the empty circuit is getting depleted. Ah, yeah, I know. That is because I'm not multiplying by consumption. I'm just doing delta time, right? Oh, and I didn't even see it. I should restart. Come on, let's see. Does it work? Yeah, there it is. It's depleting. Okay. So, let's make it even slower. Okay. But it should actually depend on the consumption. So it should be multiplied by consumption. This thing. Okay. Yeah, let me turn this into 2 different lines because this is dirty. This is dirty. Okay. I much prefer this actually. Battery delta by consumption. Okay, so yeah, because in this circuit there should be 0 consumption. That's why it should work. Like, okay, yeah, there's 0 consumption here. Okay, when I turn on this node, right, there's still 0 consumption. In this case, okay, in this case there should be. But yeah, why is this not the green? That's my question now. Generation, because I should be generating. I should add generation. But batteries are enough. Available battery charge. Available battery charge. And consumption is 0, right? consumption is 0. And available battery charge. So batteries are enough. So what? Oh, what? If what the hell? How did I make this typo? I forgot to clean this line. Okay, this is the sign that I'm getting tired, you know. So bad. So bad. Okay, there it is. It is now the power is now, it's powered, yes. So when I turn on this, it's powered. And when I turn on the light, let's see if it consumes. No, it doesn't. Because there isn't enough. Oh, it was working for 1 frame. Ah, so here's the problem. Here's the problem. The problem is, okay, let's see what happens if I turn on the source. Oh yeah, nothing happens. Okay, the problem here is that the charge depends. Yeah, batteries are enough. Okay, for now, I'm just going to say is more than 0, okay? Instead of consumption, okay? So as long as there is charge in the batteries, it is going to be enough. Okay, that. And it is green, but is it depleting? Yes, it is depleting. Okay, just it's very slow. Okay, let's increase the number of, let's improve depletion. Okay, turned on, turned on. There it is. It is being depleted. And now when it reaches 0, it should be off. Boom, there it is. There's no more. Okay, so now when I turn on the source, it should, oh, why is the source not turned on now? Yeah. So yeah, this should depend on the total. Batteries are enough. Yeah. So that's kind of makes sense. But yeah, maybe this consumption generation shouldn't be separate. But I already calculated total, so it doesn't really matter. Battery delta. So yes, if there is more generation, it should be added. It should be added to the total. So let's try adding total instead. Right? What's going to happen now? You know, I don't actually have to check if node charge is more than 0. I don't think so. We can simplify that. Do I have some tea left? I don't think so. Oh, this was fast. Okay. Turn. Oh, wait a minute. Why is the nothing? Is the battery consuming? No. this thing has no generation at all. How the hell is this possible? Batteries are enough. Okay. What? Battery delta. Number of batteries. Oh, okay. No, wait. It doesn't make any sense because the total should be 0. The total should be 0 and not... That is strange. The only time that I change the charge is here. Right? And battery delta is just this, and total is generation minus consumption. And in the case of battery, there is no generation or consumption. Available battery charge. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand this. Why does an empty and do nothing just depletes? What the fuck? Okay, what am I doing wrong? Oh! Well, I do have to check if it is a battery. Because this is not for each battery. This is for each node. Yeah. Okay, let's see if... Oh, no. It still doesn't do anything. This means that the total is unbalanced here. Something is wrong. Something is wrong. Consumption is 0. And this thing, consumption is 0 as well. Of this node, right? Of the switch. Okay, I'm completely confused. What the fuck is going on? How is this even possible? Battery delta. Let's put this in a new line. Batteries are enough. That's used later. Node powered. Okay, I calculate the total. Yeah, this should be over here. Battery delta. Okay, why? What the fuck? It's definitely due to here, due to this line, right? How is this not... Okay, let me actually GD print this. Because there's one battery in the whole thing anyway. Battery delta by total. It should be 0. But for some reason it's not 0. Oh my god. What? It's 0 and then at some point it's not 0. This is the weirdest thing. It is definitely happening in process. It's only happening once, right? What the fuck is going on here? I'm not changing the node charge anywhere else. What am I doing here? There's got to be something that I'm doing wrong. Is there any other node that has capacity more than... Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna print the name of the node as well. Just in case. Node's name. Battery. Okay, it is the same battery. Why does it in one frame, in the fourth frame, it depletes energy and then it doesn't in the others? Like there shouldn't be... I'm not even affecting consumption of the node powered. Does it depend somehow if it's powered or not? No, batteries should not be dependent on the power. So basically what am I doing? I am only... Is my node actually doing something with the charge? No, it's not. I'm just drawing, right? I'm not changing. Okay, let me go put on some tea and I'll be back. Just looking at the code. Okay, turns out oh, I accidentally wrote Pravi at the chat. Turns out I don't have any tea, so I don't know. I'm just gonna have hot water or something. Yeah. What is this? What is this about? What am I doing here? Okay, calculating how much charge there is. And why do my batteries total generation minus consumption? Yeah, there's something really weird going on here. What the fuck? Does it have to do something with the delta? It can't. It can't be with the delta because I'm multiplying. I'm multiplying the number of batteries and then I'm multiplying this. So if the total keeps being 0. Okay. Let's see the total. Because if the total is 0, then there should be no difference. Okay, for some reason the total becomes 1 in certain frames. Okay, what the hell is going on here? What the hell is going on here? This is comparison. I'm not changing it anywhere. I'm not changing it anywhere. Okay, let me remove everything. I can't remove everything. Total is generation. Generation does not depend on the charge. No, it's just the consumption. Consumption is just consumption. So who is consuming? Like, I'm not changing node consumption anywhere. And unless I have put a node somewhere. This battery has 0 consumption. And this where is this other? Oh yeah, it's the switch. The switch has 0 consumption as well. Okay, this is the weirdest bug I've seen. How is it possible that there's like 3 zeros and then 1 and then -1 and then 0 0 0 1 -1 0 0 0 1 -1 0 0 0 1 What the fuck is going on here? And I don't have any other batteries. That's the only battery there is. That's the only battery there is. Okay, let's format this better. Let's say battery Yeah, I'm not gonna output delta. If number of batteries is 0 or less than 1 or less than 0, I guess. Yeah, this is weird. Wait. There's 0 batteries in the system. That isn't possible. Number of batteries. What the fuck? Capacity never changes. What the fuck is going on here? Okay. How can there be 0 batteries if there is a battery with the name of battery? That's the only battery, right? I don't have any of others. For each set in set list, for each node in set, if node capacity is more than 0, it means it's a battery. Number of batteries plus plus number of... Oh! Okay, found it. Found the problem. Number of batteries should be per set, not outside. Damn. Okay. Yeah, now I think it makes sense, but it still doesn't actually make sense with the... Is it still going to deplete? No, okay, it does work now. There we go. There we go, now it's 0. But it still has like plus 1, minus 1. What is going on there? What's going on there? How is it total minus 1? Battery is 1. What the fuck? There's still something weird going on. There's only one battery in the whole system. Okay. I'm gonna go make the tea. Okay, I don't have any tea, but I have lemon, so I made a kind of a hot lemonade. Okay. So yeah, how is this possible that there's total? Because there's no generation. Powered. Okay, anyway. Anyway, I don't know. At least it works. At least it works, this thing. But let's see what happens when we connect to a consumer. Okay, we connected this, it's enough. We connect to the consumer, nothing happens. The battery is not depleted anymore. Okay, so what am I doing wrong? Again, batteries are enough. Yeah, maybe it should be total, should be plus, right? If the consumption is more, yeah. There it is. Being depleted. Turn off. It doesn't deplete anymore. If I turn on the power source, there it is. Boom. Okay, we have working battery, at least one. And it can be charged by the source. And there I can connect it to the source. And it works. Okay. Okay, when it gets depleted, it should turn off. Okay, there it is. So yeah, if you're using the thing, right, it's not charging because there's not enough power. Yeah, because the consumer. Okay, let's make the charger 2 times better. So I have the source, power source. Okay, let's make it -2. So it will be 2 times more powerful, which means that it should charge the battery faster, and it should also, yeah, if I connected this with this, uses power. Okay, I disconnect, I charge. There it is, it charges 2 times faster. If I turn, okay, if I deplete this, right, and then I connect the source, it should still charge. There it is. So now it's both consuming power and it's charging the battery. Perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. But now the thing is that what happens if I add multiple batteries, right? So I need to be able to do that. So let's actually try to add something like this. Okay, I'm gonna disconnect this thing. Disconnect this thing. And the thing is that I want to actually test what happens if you have multiple consumers as well. So, okay, I'm gonna connect this into this node here. And for this thing, let's add a consumer here. Consumer. Okay, so this node here is gonna have some kind of a, yeah, let's do like a 0.1 consumption, right? So what this means is that it's gonna have a little bit of consumption, and this has 1 and this has 0.1, so it's 1/10 of a consumption of this one, but at least it's, so the point of making this other consumer is that it's going to deplete the battery. Yeah, if you have only one battery connected, it should not connect. Wait, what happened here? Okay, it should not work with only one battery. That's the reason. Okay, so we have battery 2. We're gonna connect node 2 to battery 2, and I'm gonna connect the other node to, what's the name of it? Island 2.1. Island 2.1. And I'm gonna connect island 2.1. I'm gonna add an element. I'm gonna connect to number 2, right? Yes. And battery 2 should be connected to battery 2 should be connected to node 1 of, yeah, there it is. Okay, so we have 2 batteries now. So let's see how this works. When I run this. And we have another consumer as well. So when I turn on a single battery, it shouldn't work, right? I have this. And I have this. There. Oh, it is actually working because... Wait a minute. Why is it depleting the other battery when it's not connected? Aha. I have a bug somewhere. For each set in set list, right? I'm calculating a number of batteries separately. What the hell? Are these 2 different batteries at all? There should be. Charge capacity. For each node in set. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm stupid. Okay, I'm using for each node in nodes, not. So this is taking all nodes and not the set. Oh fuck. Yeah, everything is a node in set, node in set, node in set, node, and this one it was a node in nodes. Great. Yeah, this is why everything is happening. This is why all the problems are happening. I'm pretty sure that's the reason. Yeah, now it makes sense. Battery is 1. Okay, let's connect this one. There it is. It's only this one is getting depleted. Now I can balance. I can say, okay, turn this off. Turn this one on, right? Deplete that one. Okay, but I can also deplete both. And there it is. So it's using both. And now we're all, both are depleted. And now I can charge them. There it is. And if I turn off one, then this one speeds up. Nice. Great. Cool. Okay, now everything works as intended. Okay. And yeah, and now it's actually charging because this one is too powerful. Okay, I can turn this off. Well, I can only turn the batteries on. There it is. And it's getting depleted. Nice. Nice. Okay. So, we have it working correctly. With multiple consumers. And with multiple producers, right? Yeah. Yeah, seems to work. Seems to work. Okay, let's go with this. Working battery and consumption. And there we go. Okay. So basically, producing and consuming power. I've done everything. But let's see if I can actually improve this. If generation is more than 1, more than 0. So this doesn't need to have, the charge doesn't do anything here. The charge is changing the battery, so I can just put it in here. Ooh, that's a great lemonade. I wonder if I should yeah, I don't maybe even need the consumption and generation thing. Yeah, let's go with total. Then total plus equals node consumption. And then I can simply remove this because, yeah, I'm either generating or have batteries. So yeah, there is a little bit of a problem here with batteries, because you can even have a tiny battery and can run everything for at least a frame. But yeah, I'm gonna think about that some other time. For now, it's good that we have these. Okay, how would this now work with lights or something? Let me just review this. Okay, plus equals battery delta. Yeah, this maybe needs to be minus. I think this needs to be minus. I could do a is battery. which is like capacity is more than something like this, and then I can do is battery. Instead, it's a little bit nicer. Okay, I don't need to output the batteries anymore. Or maybe I should, just to test my changes. Available battery charge, yes. So yeah, ideally, I should add voltage as well. So then, oh, look at that. Now everything is green. Everything is green because I'm not checking the generation. Yeah. If I just check less than 0, or batteries, right? No, total is more than 0. Right? Yeah, there it is. Oh, and what happens if I connect two batteries? Oh yeah, nothing happens. But in reality, the one with the bigger charge should charge the small one. Yeah, this is why it's not really realistic or anything. It should depend on the voltages. Okay, but I think that this kind of a simplified system works fine for my game. Yeah, it is important that these are being depleted, but the problem is that this should be available battery. Yeah, that's another problem, because if a battery gets depleted, it should be unavailable. Available. Yeah, I should actually change this to, okay, simplified. Basically, I need to check. I need to log the number of charging batteries, number of charging batteries, and number of depleting batteries. But actually, Yeah, no, this should all be the same thing. I'm just gonna do another loop where I calculate this total. Yeah. So for each node, yeah, let's optimize this slightly. I'm gonna make a new list of electrical nodes, and I'm gonna call it batteries. Okay, this is gonna be a new list. And I'm gonna say before each time I do it, I'm gonna clear the batteries. Okay. And I'm just gonna add batteries into it. Batteries add node. So now what I can do is that I can do a for each battery instead. For each battery in batteries, and then I can say, okay, well, this it depends on whether we are charging or not. If total is less than 0, which means we are charging, then I'm gonna add number of batteries. If total is less than 0, if battery charge is less than battery capacity, right? I can add it here, battery capacity. Oops. I'm gonna add a number of batteries. It's gonna be plus plus. And I'm gonna say else if total is more than 0 and battery charge is more than 0, we are depleting, then I'm gonna add a number of batteries. Yeah, this could be ORed actually. I'm adding the number of batteries. Okay, and then, yeah, I'm not gonna calculate this here, or the available, well, the available battery charge I can, but yeah, the most important thing is that I calculate the total first. So, I say number of batteries. Batteries is enough. Delta number of batteries. Okay, and then I'm gonna go for each battery in batteries again, instead of this. Okay. Hopefully this is this is going to work. So what did I actually change? Yeah. So if a battery has a charge of 0 and everything is depleting, that means there should be one battery. Like if there's 2 batteries and one is depleted completely, the whole system should behave as if there is 1 battery, not 2 batteries. So that's basically what I was doing here, right? If total is more than 0, which means charging, if total is less than 0, means depleting. Wait, total less than 0, it means depleting. Yeah. Then it's not actually correct, right? Because plus means you're adding. We are going to add. So total, if total is less than 0, that means that we're depleting. Yeah, so I should flip the signs actually. Yeah, let's try this. And then I'm definitely going to sleep. And then what's remaining is to make the connections work with everything. Okay, so connect. It doesn't work. Oh no. Oh my god, why did I change this? Yeah, so what is the problem? Batteries 2. Let's see. I must have flipped the signs or something somewhere. So if I connect this, right? It says battery 0. So yeah, that's the problem. I must have flipped the signs. Right? Its consumption is like 30. Total is minus, so yeah, it's going to deplete. There are no bugs, right? No. right? This was minus 1.1, right? So minus 1.1 is total. That means it's less than 0. And battery charge is more than 0, which in this case it is. So it should add. What is going on? What is going on? What am I doing wrong again? Total. The consumption is correct. The total, I mean. If total is less than 0. I think it should actually be if yeah, should be equals. Maybe that's the problem. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, let's see if everything is even. Yeah, if I isolate this, depletes faster. If I turn this on, it starts. Okay, so yeah, the test is it gonna speed up? I think it did speed up. Yeah, it definitely depends on the number. Okay, let me charge only one battery. Okay, and a little bit of the other. Okay. If I release that, it's gonna deplete. It's gonna deplete the batteries, both batteries at the same time, until this gets to 0, and then this one is gonna start draining much faster. Oh, wait, I didn't connect this to. Okay. So yeah, it's going down, and there it is. It went to 0, and this one sped up. Perfect. Okay, logic is good. It gets turned on. I can turn this off. It goes down to 0, and boom, it's off now. Perfect. Okay, we have batteries, we have lights, and well, lights, anything that consumes power. And the thing is that we can actually dynamically set this consumption rate, because I can just reference the electrical node, and I can just change this consumption to anything. And we have consumption and generation as well. So I could change the generation of like a solar panel or something. Oh, yeah, that's it. Nice work. Oh yeah, I can resize this. Yeah, so I turn off the power source. This is the infinite power source. This thing is consuming it, so now nothing is consuming, so the battery power stays the same. And here, if I turn on the consumption, then the batteries get depleted. When they get to 0, then everything is off. Perfect. And then I can also charge from the source. There we go. And this is going to be on forever because there is enough power to charge the batteries. Both to charge it. This is like nighttime now system, right? This is during the night. There's no sun. If you imagine that this is the solar panel, and then the batteries gets depleted. During the day, you charge the batteries, and the batteries get some charge. And when I turn off the sun, then it's using that power from the batteries. Cool, nice. And I can have as many batteries as possible. And the more you have, the more capacity you will have in total. Cool. So there we go. Thank you for being on the stream. I see you some other time. I don't know when. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe I'm gonna skip tomorrow. I'll see. Let's see. Oh yeah, I just wanted to submit it to fork. Let's see. Yeah, and let me actually turn this one off. Okay. Battery number of batteries now affects charging and depleting. There we go. Okay, cool. So, can't wait to add some electrical systems now that we have the electrics working. Cool. The only annoying thing is assigning these to the switches. It is slightly annoying, but what can I do? It's got to be some kind of a trouble. Okay, so there you go. Done. Thank you for being in the stream. See you. Good night. If you are sleeping now, like me. Backup power, backup battery. Okay, goodbye.